Hello, Harmony 2. This is Kevin Blow, your fearless teacher, and I just thought I'd touch base with you guys on this snow day. I'm going to go over your homework and stuff. I'm going to talk about what I was going to do in class today. Then I'm going to give you an assignment, so everybody's required to listen to this whole thing and I'll check your work, okay? We're going to start with the homework you had to do in the supplement. It looked like this, which is right on the screen. And basically the idea is you have a dominant 7 chord and it's going to resolve to a diatonic. These are all diatonic on the right, right? The arrow means this secondary dominant is going down a fifth to the target chord, which is diatonic. And notice that every one of these on the left is going to have a diatonic root. The chord won't be a diatonic, but it will have a diatonic root. So here is the solution to this. I'm sorry it doesn't read very well here. It's not perfect quality. A7 goes to D minor 7. B7 goes to E minor 7. C7 goes to F major 7. Again, diatonic chords on the right, secondary dominants, a fifth up on the left. D7 goes to G7, and E7 goes to A7. In the key of B flat, it would be G7 goes to C minor 7, the diatonic 2 chord, A7, D minor 7, B flat 7, E flat major 7, C7 to F7. That's a dominant just because it's 5-7, of course. And then 5-7 of 6 is D7 going to G7. Okay, so go ahead and check over your work here. Here's this page. And then pause it. And then when you're ready, go down to this page. Okay, so, again, you can ask me some specific questions if you can't read it. But anyway, it's better than nothing. Okay, the next thing you had to do was you had to look at There Will Never Be Another You and put in some Roman numerals. So here is, and by the way, sorry, before you look at this, I think you should do a Roman numeral analysis too as well, like I've started to do here. So pause it and do the Roman numeral analysis on your own paper and then start it up again. Okay, now that you've done the Roman numeral analysis and such, and you've filled in the chord symbols, so G7 is the first one. It's going to go to C minor 7. Okay, 5-7 of 6 is going down a fifth to 6. That's its expected chord of resolution. We draw an arrow to show that. Okay, here's E flat 7. This is a dominant 7 of 4. What is 4 in the key of E flat major? That is A flat major. So 5-7 of 4 goes down a fifth, show the arrow, to A flat 7 to 4 major 7. This is a regular 5-7, and that's going to go to 1, of course. Down here we have a 5-7 of 6. Okay, G7 is going to lead to 6, of course, the C minor 7 down here. That's our 6 minor 7. 5-7 of 4 is going to go to 4. Here's 4 major 7. 5-7 is going to go to 1 major 7 again. Okay, now 5-7 of 2 here. It looks like it's going to be 5-7 of 2, but what do we go to? We go to 1 instead. Okay, so that I'm going to put parentheses here to show that this is a deceptive resolution. If I was talking about Batman and the Joker. Well, this is the Joker faking you out, going to a different chord, going to 1 major 7 instead. And notice more fake outs here. This is 5-7 of 3. Well, it doesn't go to 3. It doesn't go to G minor. It goes to G7, which is 5-7 of 6. Fake out again. It doesn't go to C minor. It doesn't go to the diatonic chord. It goes to C7. And then finally, we do go to the chord that we want to here. C7 goes to F minor 7. That's 2 minor 7, a 2-5 progression, and then you go back to 1. So that is my analysis of There Will Never Be Another You, and look at all those secondary dominants working to make it interesting. Go ahead and go back and pause if you like and take another look at that. Okay, the next thing you had to do was you had to transcribe the chords from Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely? And this is my analysis. This is what I came up with for that. Okay, Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder. Here's the chord transcription. The song has a 16 measure verse that gets repeated again and again throughout the song. The internal form of the verse is A, B, A prime. The last A prime is a little bit different. Whoops. Sorry about that. The A section is C sharp minor 7, F sharp 7, B7, sus 4, and then E. Now, this is the pop dominant, that we're used to hearing all the time. Usually you don't get a dominant 7, you get a sus 4 in popular music. Okay, what is this F sharp 7? It is a secondary dominant, 5, 7 of 5, going over to 5. I would have drawn an arrow there if I could do it in Word. And then this 5, 7, another arrow is going to go to 1, down a fifth. Okay, so there's your secondary dominant right there. This section repeats, and then it goes into the B section. The B section is 4 major 7, A major 7, 5, 7 of 6, that's G sharp 7, and then 6 minor 7 is C sharp minor 7, and then 5, 7 of 5 ends the B section. Because 5, 7 of 5 is going to go on to 5. And here we get it. Again, 5, 7, sus 4 going to 1. Okay. Now, in class, I was going, so that's the harmonies. I guess I could play through it. F sharp 7. There's your sus 4, 1. Repeat. Da 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 ba do ba 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 ba. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so again, secondary dominants were right here and right here and right here. There were 3 of them in this progression. Now, we also in class, we're going to go over this song in a little bit more detail with the voicing. So this is what I was going to show you. This is a score, transcribed score of this piece done by Hal Leonard. And it's got the melody here. It's got the chords. This is the main piano progression. Okay? You can feel free to pause and read this down here, what I was going to ask you to do. Basically, analyze the chord symbols and the the chord symbols, you're going to put in the Roman numerals. You're going to identify tensions. You're going to make a note of any substitutions. Did 9 substitute for 1, 13 substitute for 5, etc. Then you're going to look at the melody. Are there any repeats of material? Does the melody contain any tensions, approach notes? Okay, and you're going to fill out the Roman numerals and the chord symbols. It's 2 pages long, so hopefully you can pause this tape and take a look at it and analyze this, see what you come up with. And then once you're done with your analysis, you should come back and I will show you sort of an answer key that I came up with for this piece. Okay, lots of secondary dominants in this piece. That's what makes it fun, and that's what makes it educational for Harmony 2. And here we go, up to the top again. Okay, so pause it, work on your analysis, and then come back and I will show you the answer. Okay, so here's the answer to the thing that I was going to show you with Stevie Wonder. The chord symbols, and the Roman numerals you would have gotten from your oral analysis, from your listening that you did, but you have to plug them in again. Now look at this C sharp minor 7. C sharp, E, G sharp, B. That is the notes of the chord. But what? We've got a D sharp as well. See this D sharp? That's a 9. So the 9 here is substituting for the root. This is 4-way close. And that's what happens sometimes. The 9 substitutes for the root. Okay, over here, F sharp 7. F sharp, A sharp. Wait, where's the C sharp? Not there. What's there instead? A D sharp, okay? And then E. And then a G sharp up here. So look, the D sharp is substituting for the C sharp. That's 13, substituting for 5. The G sharp is substituting for the F sharp. that is 9 substituting for 1. So this is a four-way close voicing with 2 tension substitutions. Over here we have a B7 sus4, B, the next note would be E, F sharp, there's your F sharp, there's the 5th. The flat 7 is the A, right? And then the C sharp. So it's a B7 sus4 with a 9th in there. So notice I've drawn the arrow to show 5-7 of 5 going to 5 and 5-7 sus4 going to 1. You need arrows for those. Okay, in addition, the melodic analysis, if you take a look at the melody, you notice there's a tension 11 here. Okay, tension 11 going to the flat 3, that's a chord tone. A flat 7, that's a chord tone. The 9th here is an available tension again. Okay, I'm going to call this an approach note, so I circled it. It's a neighbor tone for those of you that have studied traditional harmony and such. Another 9. This 5, I think, sort of anticipates this chord over here, the B7, so I'm going to call that a 5th. This is a 4th. It's not an 11th because it's a sus4, so that is a chord tone. And here's a 9 of this chord, okay? And notice that all that resolves to a 1 chord down here. This is my E chord, but it has an add 9. So this tone, F sharp, it's added on to the chord, and it's called an add 9. A third of the E chord is a G sharp, neighboring tone. Third of the chord, this 11 is kind of an anticipation of the C sharp minor. And then we get a repeat of earlier chords. Okay, on the second page, this is the B section of the tune. All right, so actually, let me go back and say, so, oh, did my thing crash? I think my audio crashed. Okay, well then I'll just go on to the next part here. Okay, so in the second section, we have a 4 major 7, and that has a 9. Here's the 9. That's been added on to the 4 major 7. Here's the root, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and also a 9 is stuck in there. So we have a 5-note voicing here, okay? Probably fits Stevie's hand really well because he could play both the A and the B with his thumb, okay? Here is a G sharp 7. How do we get G sharp 7? Well, here's the root, G sharp. Here's the 3rd, B sharp. No 5th at all. And here's the 7th, F sharp. And then we have one tension note, that is E. And compared to the root, G sharp, that is a minor 6th above, so it's a flat 13. So this is an example of a secondary dominant. And this secondary dominant, I'm going to, let's see, I'll do this. I'm going to draw an arrow. So the secondary dominant is going to be, I'll put it up here. The secondary dominant is resolving to its target chord. Its target chord is a 6 minor 7 chord. So do we care that it doesn't have the 5th in the voicing? No. Do we care that it doesn't have the root in the voicing? No, because it is, because it has enough information. I would play it for you if my thing hadn't crashed right now. Okay, it goes over to 6 minor 7, and again we have the 9th. That is the D sharp. That is the tension substitution. The 9 has substituted for the 1. And feel free to take a look at the melodic analysis here. Okay, nice flat 9 here, by the way, on this chord. So this probably should have a flat 9 on it too, so we have a tension there. All right, and then take a look at this down here. We have a 5-7 of 5 resolving to 5-7 sus4, which goes to 1. Okay,